This is a step-by-step overview on how to build your own kitchen cabinets. The problem with the kitchen cabinets is that they tend to be expensive to build, time-consuming and complex, and the solution is DIY. Yes, you can do this. It is easier than ever. For DIY, you also have some bonuses, like it is fun, you save a lot of money, you learn new skills, you exercise with purpose, you increase the value of your home, and so on and so forth. I have to mention from the beginning, this is a video that is not intended for professionals, but simple people with limited resources. So experience is not needed, workshop is not needed, expensive machines or tools are not needed. Everybody can do this in their own kitchen, living room, porch, or backyard. A small space in your home and the basic tools, it's only that you need. In order to achieve this, the build style of this cabinet is very easy and very simple and accessible for everyone. And I prepared a downloadable guide available in the description. I have a link there. Also, the supplies for this are all available at your local big DIY retailer like Home Depot, Lowe's in US, Leroy Merlin or OB Europe, or Kingfisher in the UK. This cabinet, as you see, it's a base cabinet that has a drawer and also a door. The door can be on the left or on the right. The installation, the assembly instruction for this is pretty much the same. The size of this cabinet, this particular one, is 18 wide by 30 high, plus the 4.5 inches for the legs and the standard 24 inches depth. See my channel for other videos for other cabinet types and other sizes as well. I will upload more as I create them. For this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. So as I said, this cabinet has a drawer, which can be seen better here, and a door that can be on the left or on the right. It is an assembly. The drawer can be removed. Also, the door can be removed, and it has all these accessories. So it has 4 legs. It has 2 hinges, handles, like it has shelf pins and a pair of simple sliders. Okay, and then the cabinet itself that has to be assembled with screws is this one, and it is made by assembling lots of panels precisely cut. The list of these panels with precise dimensions, I have it in the downloadable documents in the description. Okay, so to assemble this cabinet, we start with step 1. This is one of the sides. The first thing you would want to do is to drill these 2 holes for the shelf. Dimensions provided in the installation instruction guide in the description. The second step would be to mark the position of the slides. Position of the slides. For this, you will take 1/2 of the slide, the part that goes on the cabinet, which looks like this, and you put it inside the cabinet on one of the sides, and you measure the distance from the bottom line to the center of the holes that is provided in the installation document, and you would draw a line that goes to the center of all these holes. This half of the slide can be fastened now or can be fastened later. For the next step, we go back to the box itself, And for this we would assemble the bottom of the cabinet to the side. For this you have to pre-drill these holes for the assembly screws. To drill these holes you need a special bit that I have described in my document, and it has a specific diameter and also a specific cutting head that also cuts this chamfer. Now the only thing to be careful when you do this is to make sure that you go straight and you don't go crooked, so you pierce the cabinet on either sides. Also make sure these sides are flush here, like here, and also the faces are flush, of course. The next step would be to assemble the top rails. So you keep this cabinet in the same position on the back, like this. And this is the face, right? And the other one is the back. And you would use the same technique to assemble these two top rails. You need to use 2 screws per rail. Distance is not very important as long as in the center of the rail. The distance of the hole from the front is not important, but as a guide I have it here at 1 inch. Alright, the next step would be to assemble the other side. Basically, repeat the steps from this side here. You would assemble, you would pre-drill the holes for the screws for the rails, and then you assemble the rails with screws, and then you go to the next step, in which you would assemble this side to the bottom. Same thing. Make sure it is flush here. Same thing, make sure it is flush here, and make sure you do not pierce this panel while drilling these holes. Then you have to assemble these back rails that are used to attach the cabinet to the wall, and also strengthens the structure. Same thing, make sure this rail goes all the way against that. Make sure it is flush with the back of the cabinet. Pre-drill these 2 holes about 1 inch away from each side and straight in the middle of this panel. Okay. For the next step, you do the same thing as you did for this rail to the bottom rail, and the next step in this process would be to attach the back. For that you would lay the cabinet face down. You would bring and position the back panel, which usually it's a thin panel around 1 inch thick. You would center that on the back of the cabinet. That's cut on purpose smaller than the cabinet itself, so it's not visible. And you would fasten this using nails this time, not screws. Make sure that you are driving those nails in the middle of the panels and you don't pierce them. It's needed about one nail every 2 or 3 inches. And with this, the box is pretty much made. We will switch over to the assembly itself. So we have the box, and we need to install the legs. Okay, so you have the box like this. You turn the box upside down and you fasten the 4 legs. Now, the only important thing to remember here is to make sure the tab of the leg goes all the way to this side, so it supports these sides. Otherwise, under heavy load, the box can break. So drive the screws directly through these holes into the legs and then into the bottom of the cabinet. And yes, then another thing would be to make sure that in the front, the setback of the leg is the desired dimension of the set-in of the toe kick that will go under your kitchen in the front here. Alright, so now if you didn't do this previously, now is the time to install this slide here. You already have the line drawn on this inside face that shows the position of the cabinet half of the slide. So you place the slide as shown inside and make sure the line goes through the center of all these holes all the way to the back. Drive the small 5/8 or 60mm screws straight into the slide. Use at least 3 screws to fasten the slide on the inside. The only important thing to remember here is that we have a setback of 2mm for the slide. Okay, the next step would be to install the door, and the way to install the door is as such. So you will position the cabinet on the side like this, and you would bring the door next to the cabinet. First thing, you will need to have these big holes for hinges drilled. Dimensions and position, precise dimension and position provided in the installation document. I will describe there the bit you will need, the position from the top, the position from the edge, and the bit that you need to make these holes, these 35 millimeters diameter holes for the hinges. Insert the hinges as shown and fasten with 5/8 or 60mm screws to the inside of the door. Make sure this face is parallel with that face of the door. Repeat for the bottom hinge. After fastening the hinges to the door, position the door so it's about 1/16 or about 2mm offset from the bottom like that, and also has a gap of about 3mm or 1/8 from the cabinet. Flip the hinge inside the cabinet and use the same 5/8 or 60mm screws to fasten the hinge to the inside of the cabinet. Repeat for the other hinge. Now that we have the door installed, the next step would be to fasten the handle. For this you will have to make these holes in the door. Precise dimension provided in the downloadable document. Bring the handle and fasten from inside of the cabinet with those 2 metric screws provided by the handle provider. Okay, so this is pretty much it for the cabinet itself. Now we would go to the drawer assembly, the drawer that is shown here. I'm gonna isolate the drawer itself so you can see it better, and we would switch to the cabinet itself to show only that. So we have the drawer sides. So bring the drawer sides and place them in normal position. That means bottom down. Make sure they are flush and they have 90 degrees between the edges, and drive these two holes for the assembly screws in all corners. Make sure this piece goes in between these two pieces, right, and assemble with two screws at each corner. Important to remember, this is the top side of the drawer, and this will end up being the front side of the drawer. After assembling these sides, turn this upside down and bring in the bottom of the drawer, which sometimes is made from a thinner material, sometimes is made from the same thickness materials at the sides. So just attach the bottom to the sides using the same screws that you use to assemble the sides of the drawer and the cabinet itself. Pre-drill for each side at least two holes, and drive the special assembly screws. After this, attach the front of the drawer, the face I should say. To do that, place the face down as shown like this. Place the box on the face as shown. Just make sure the face is centered left and right on the drawer box. So the distance from here to here should be equal with the distance from here to here, and also make sure you have the proper distance from the bottom of the face, dimension provided in the document as well. After you do that, just pre-drill, you don't have to pre-drill actually, just use the 32 millimeters wood screws or 1 inch and a quarter screws, and drive at least 4 screws from inside of the drawer as shown here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and that would attach the face of the drawer to the drawer box. Okay, after finishing this, it's time to go back to the hardware assembly as well, and you would use the other halves of the slides to attach them to the drawer box. So turn the drawer upside down and place the slides as shown with the wheel at the back. You bought the slide all the way to the face, and use at least 2 screws on this face and 2 screws on this face to fasten the slide to the drawer. Repeat for the other slide. After finishing this, install the handle just the same way as you did for the door. Position the holes, dimension again provided in the document, and pre-drill the holes for the handle screws, and then drive the handle screws all the way into the handle. I have to mention in this particular case because you have double the thickness of the material. Ask from the handle vendor to provide you with longer screws, longer metric screws. Alright, after finishing this step, it's time to remove again the drawer and the door. For an easier installation, place the cabinet on the floor on final position, make sure it's horizontal, adjust the height from the legs, and fasten to the wall if desired using this screws in the back rails. Okay, add the door back, add the door back, add the drawer back. Actually, before this, when you add the countertop, make sure that you fasten it from below here, and then you add the drawer back and add the door back to the cabinet. Now, if desired, and where it's seen, these holes, they can be covered with special covers that I specify in the document. If there is another cabinet that comes here next to this one, there is no need to do that. And the very last thing would be to, after you install all the cabinets, to add the toe kick here in the front. That's basically a long rail that has some special clips that clip into this leg clip in the front. And that would be pretty much it. Please leave a comment if you have any question, and if you have a different cabinet in mind, different size, please also leave a comment. I remind you there is an instantly downloadable document available, a link provided in the description. That document has all the tools that you need to build these cabinets with exact screenshots from Home Depot, all the hardware, all the screws needed. Again, screenshots from Home Depot, all the materials needed with exact screenshots from Home Depot. You will find there all the dimensions you need to build this, all the dimensions for the holes, all the dimensions for the panels, width and lengths of each and every single panel, the BOM with all that you need, a cut list with all the boards you need precisely dimensioned, basically, and all the dimensions needed to build this cabinet. Also, there is a step-by-step guide with 3D drawings and notes on how to build this cabinet. Actually, there are in that document. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this. Please like, subscribe, and share. And please visit my store, link provided in the description for the downloadable document.